Alright, what's going on, guys? Finally back. Feels good to be back. We're on the way to the Hudson River. This is my first time ever fishing out of a bass boat. I did fish it once before as a kid out of a canoe, so should be pretty fun. Little exploration day. Just going out fun fishing, see if we can get into something. Heading out of Catskill Creek. We'll get back to you. We made it to the mighty Hudson. As you can see here, the tide's ripping pretty good. Just started coming in. Should be good. That the fish usually like to feed, at least what I've seen on Tidal rivers. Like right when it starts to come in and right when it starts to go out, it's always a key feeding window for them. It usually sets them up pretty good. You can see how that current's ripping past this rock here. Just gonna throw a jig and a crankbait on it and see if anyone's chilling. Feels decent, whatever it is. Man, I love tidal water bass. They're so strong. Is it a bass? Oh, it's a smallie. Nice. Not a giant, but first Hudson River bass is smallmouth. He crushed it. Probably 2 pounds. He's got the length to be a lot bigger, but he's just really skinny. That was cool. Tied on a spinnerbait and got bit. Slapped it. Could have been a rock, but sure felt like a bite. That's a fish. They're loving the spinnerbait. What have we got? Another smallie? Fish are strong. Looks like a largie this time. Largie. They're 2-pounder. On a spinnerbait in a long time. It's one of those things I used to throw it when I was a kid a lot, but kind of got away from it. It definitely works well on most tidal water. This one right here is just a white. It's got some sparkle in it. It's a mega bass. Pretty sure it's a 1/2 ounce. I don't actually even know exactly what spinnerbait it is. I'm liking it though. It's got a good hook in it. It's hooking up well. It's running good. Chances are it's probably like $20 because it's mega bass, but get what you pay for, right? Crushed it. They're loving the spinnerbait. There's another one. They're stacked on them. Is it bigger? Looks like about the same. That's a smaller. Long and skinny. He's a little fatter. Little one. A little smallmouth, that thing. Maybe not as old as I thought. Man, these fish are strong. All tidal fish are always strong. Live in that current. Smaller. A little bit better one. Not better, but man, that hook jacks her. Fatter, but a little shorter. Catching fish on a spinnerbait. I like it. It's fun. Brings you back to my childhood. Now, I'm certainly no tidal water expert, and I won't claim to be one. But I have a little bit of tidal experience, mainly on the Potomac. And one thing that usually seems to be key when the tide's really moving is you want your bait to be going with the current. The fish usually set up to feed like that. If it's going against the current, it's not natural, and you might get some bites, but typically you're not going to get near as many bites. Feels like a good one. Oh, it's a striper. That's kind of cool. I don't have a net, bro. These things have teeth. I don't really know. Crushed it. Everyone's liking this kind of food. Come on, bro. First bite I've had in a while. Striper. Hey, as soon as it hit the water, practically. Smalley. Look how long and skinny that thing is. Man, that should be like a 3-pounder. And he's like 1.5. You gotta fatten up, dog. Too skinny. Decent one. Biggest of the day, probably. I'll give him, he's fat, I'll give him 3 pounds. Close to it. So as predicted, this is the same spot I caught 2 at earlier. He might be 2.5. He's fat though, he might be 3. Same spot I caught 2 at earlier, came back, different tide. Looks good, current's ripping. Decent largie. Nice rock point, mouth of a creek. I didn't even know those pylons were there because it was so high earlier, they were underwater. Oh, that was a good fish, whatever it was. That was a freaking big one. It broke me right off. Should have checked my line. See if he jumps. It's probably a striper. It felt big. Like I could barely move it. Ah, it sucks. Decent one. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're getting some size. 3 pounders at least. Better than 2 pounders. Yeah, buddy. It's close to 3, if not 3. He might be bigger than the other just because he's fatter. Man, I got a mess. Right where you want them. Right in the top. What a mess. How'd you get so wrapped, bro? Oh, you got... Is this the fish? No. Yep. Almost identical. He's shorter, but he's fatter. 284. I mean, I feel like you catch a 14 to 15 pound limit on the Hudson, and you're doing pretty good in the tournament, so. big. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, buddy. That's a better one. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. That's a 3 something, 3.5. Put him on the scale. Nope, not quite 3. Almost 3. Too skinny. Got the length. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the day of exploring the Hudson River. Hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't great. Caught fish, a lot of skinny fish. Had a nice little flurry of bigger ones at the end, so that was pretty cool. Learned a ton, got into the tidal water groove. You know, it's been a while since I fished, especially tidal. So, successful trip. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already. Got a lot of cool stuff in the works, so stay tuned and see you next time.